Hi, welcome to the general introduction of BanterBrain Buddy. BanterBrain Buddy is a free and open source streaming AI companion tool for viewer interaction and response. Yuki, how are you doing?
Yuki is doing fine. No thanks to you. Are you really going to make me sit through this whole thing? Just get on with it.
Okay then, Yuki, if you would please move to the right side of the screen, I can show these nice viewers what BanterBrain Buddy looks like, and I can explain what it does and how it works.
Yuki's got better things to do than move out of the way for your mediocre program. Let Yuki stay where she is. You're just going to mess up your own presentation anyway.
Okay, I'm guessing you're staying where you are and I'm moving myself then. Okay, so I'll start by showing the window and then try and see how I can move everything without pissing Yuki off. Let's see. First of all, let's make sure I'm not in front of the captions. And then I'll be able to move myself over on the other side. Yeah, come on. There we go. Okay. This is more to your liking, Yuki.
Great, so now you think you're being condescending to me? Please, do go on.
Gee, thank you. As you can see, what BanterBrain Buddy basically does is convert my voice into text, which is then passed to a language model, for example ChatGPT or Ollama, and with a personality programmed in this case Azure Genie Unfriendly, it is then generating a reply which is played back in audio, which makes Yuki the nice fairy that she is. One of the important things to understand is that BanterBrain Buddy has a significant amount of different Twitch integrations. As you can see, there are various ways how you can configure BanterBrain Buddy to respond to different Twitch events. You can have it respond to a chat command, channel redeem points, a minimum amount of bits being shared, or various subscription events. Each of these triggers can be configured to respond in a certain way. For example, my streamer persona is a rather unfriendly fairy, but if you want to be nicer to a viewer who subscribes, you can program a different persona for that and choose that for a response. To generate the responses used by the personas, BanterBrain Buddy uses a large language model response provider. At the moment, 2 different providers are supported. There's a local response provider, which is Ollama. Ollama runs locally on your own computer and does require quite a bit of memory and a decent graphics card. The other response provider is ChatGPT, which almost everybody should know. The side note is that to use ChatGPT with BanterBrain, you do need to have the paid version of it. I myself use the pay-as-you-go service, which means that the more responses I have it generate, the more I have to pay. Personally, I end up using Ollama because I am quite technical and have a decent graphics card with a lot of memory. Ollama, being local, is also more configurable. Now I want to start moving into the various settings. So Yuki, I really would like you to move over a little bit to the side, please.
Yuki's already taking up more space than necessary. Don't bother asking her to move any further. She's not going anywhere anyway.
Well, sorry, but you definitely are going a little bit to the side. Thank you, Yuki.
Yuki's just glad someone acknowledges her existence. It's about time you showed some gratitude after hogging the spotlight for hours.
BanterBrain Buddy has a lot of configuration options. This because it supports quite a lot of different services for speech to text, text to speech, and your AI. Currently, it supports Azure for speech to text and text to speech in various languages. It supports OpenAI for both ChatGPT, which is used for the response generation, and the speech recognition languages being used. If you want, you can also use ElevenLabs, and there is some configuration for the local language models Ollama. BanterBrain Buddy also runs local Windows native speech recognition and text-to-speech. This way, you don't need to use any paid service, and if you were to run both native speech and Ollama, you don't require any external paid service. Obviously, the quality of the built-in Microsoft text-to-speech and speech-to-text is a little bit questionable. Another thing which is interesting to know is that it is possible to use BanterBrain Buddy as a broadcaster and as a bot. The bot name, or bot account rather, will then be used for sending text to your Twitch channel. This is necessary because there is a requirement that the broadcaster needs to be able to read various events on Twitch. If you don't want the Twitch chat response with the same name as the broadcaster, you can authenticate as a bot. The important thing to know is that between the authorization of the broadcaster and the bot, you need to sign out of Twitch from the broadcaster and sign into the bot before you authorize this. There's also some small testing abilities built into this configuration panel, so you can see if the authorization worked. The most important part of the settings are the personas. This is where you describe how you want your various personalities of your AI companions to respond and which voice provider you want used for speaking the responses which are generated by ChatGPT or Ollama. You should definitely put some time into thinking about the role text which is used by your AI companion to describe how you want them to respond. I can probably spend a whole video just about how you can do some prompt engineering to get it to respond how you want it. The main thing is that you don't want to be too specific. You want to describe a personality and set some rules and guidelines for it to give the AI the ability to still generate unique and flexible answers. You don't want to pin it down too much unless there are, for example, very specific rules that you want them to follow, like don't swear or use a maximum of 3 sentences. Role text is super important. Under the role text, you select the text-to-speech provider. In this case, this is OpenAI Whisper with the voice Nova. If you press the test button, the role text will be read to you using the selected text-to-speech provider.
You are Nova, role-playing as a super elite hardcore gamer. You focus on efficiency and min-maxing everything in your life, not just gaming. Stick to a maximum of 3-sentence answers.
Now let's see what happens if I end up using Nova as a response persona for my streaming. I select it here and then I press the record button. Hi, I'm a very casual gamer. What do you think about that?
Your lack of dedication and strategy is laughable. You'd be better off watching others play than wasting your time on such a low-effort hobby.
As you can see, it is a very different response from the other one I defined. Between ChatGPT and Ollama, there will be even more differences in the ways how they respond. It also has an impact on the model you select for both ChatGPT and Ollama. It gets a little bit technical, but it has to do with censoring and training of the various models. So try and see what works for you. For example, if I were to switch to ChatGPT instead of Ollama, I should get a different response. Hi, I'm a very casual gamer. What do you think about that?
Casual gaming can be a fun way to unwind and enjoy some entertainment. If you ever want to delve deeper into the gaming world and optimize your gameplay, I'm here to help you level up.
As you can see, there are very different responses between ChatGPT and Ollama. ChatGPT generally is much nicer, less negative, but it might also mean that the personality is a little bit more positive than you might want in some cases. It depends on what you're looking for in your AI companion. So, if this introduction has intrigued you and you, as a streamer, want to give BanterBrain Buddy a try, it is completely free for download at banterbrain.tv. We also have a community which you can join at discord.banterbrain.tv. Since the program is open source, you can contribute ideas, code, fixes, and anything you like, but you can also just fork the code and do your own thing with it. See you on Twitch.